Beloved, as you step into this sacred moment, I want you to breathe gently and open your heart. This is not just the first day of a new month. This is not simply another date on the calendar. This moment, right here, is a divine appointment. Heaven has ordained your steps to collide with this exact second in time. Nothing about this moment is accidental. Nothing about this alignment is random. The Spirit of God has drawn you into this prayer because something is shifting around you, within you, and ahead of you. You are standing at the threshold of December, a spiritually charged gateway, a prophetic doorway, a moment where heaven's timing intersects with your earthly steps. Take a deep breath. Feel the atmosphere adjusting around you. Feel your spirit awakening. Feel the weight of the past loosening its grip. Because as you cross into this new month, you are not walking in alone. Heaven has already gone before you. Angels have already been dispatched concerning your path, and the Lord himself has positioned you under the canopy of his presence. There is a divine stillness settling upon you right now, a holy calm that assures you that God has already prepared the way. Every step you are about to take in December is being ordered, aligned, and orchestrated by his sovereign hand. Where you are going, his presence has already arrived. What you are entering, his glory has already prepared. The path you will walk, his light has already illuminated. You are not stepping into December confused. You are stepping in covered. You are stepping in empowered. You are stepping in guided by a wisdom that transcends your understanding and guarded by a peace that defies your past. Take another breath. Let the noise of the previous month fade behind you. Let the worries of yesterday melt into silence. Let the weight of last season fall gently at the feet of the one who promised to carry it for you. Right now, heaven is opening over you. The spiritual climate around your life is shifting. The air is thick with possibility, and the atmosphere is pregnant with divine intention. God is not merely inviting you into a new month. He is ushering you into a prepared season, a season of clarity, a season of alignment, a season of supernatural favor and divine manifestation. This is why the enemy fought you so hard last month. This is why the pressure felt heavier than usual. This is why the battles seemed unexpected and the emotions more intense. Because December carries something the previous season could not hold, something the adversary did not want you to reach, something your spirit is now ready to receive. But hear this clearly. You made it. You crossed over. And now heaven is positioning you for what is next. Your December is not entering you. You are entering it with authority. Your steps are not wandering. They are being divinely ordered. Your spirit is not empty. It is being freshly filled with God's breath. And right here, before we move deeper, I speak over you with apostolic authority. I decree your December is secured. I declare your steps are aligned. I legislate heaven's counsel over every day of this month. Now lift your expectation. Open your heart. Prepare your spirit. Because what God is about to reveal in this month will surpass what the past season attempted to steal. You are stepping into December, and heaven is stepping in with you. Beloved, before you walk any further into this new month, I want your spirit to settle. December is not a month you rush into. It is a month you enter with intention, with awareness, with spiritual clarity. Because what God is preparing to do in you and through you requires a centered heart and an awakened spirit. Take a slow breath. Let the pace of last month fall off your shoulders. Let the urgency of yesterday loosen its grip. Let the noise of everything unresolved grow quiet for a moment. This is your spiritual reset. This is your inner alignment. This is the moment where your spirit syncs with heaven's rhythm. December carries a unique spiritual frequency, a frequency of closure, fulfillment, completion, and divine preparation. It is the month where God begins tying threads together, where hidden lessons surface, where quiet breakthroughs finalize, and where your spirit becomes positioned for what the coming year will demand. But before you can receive the blessings waiting in December, you must set your spirit into divine posture, not hurried, not overwhelmed, not scattered, but aligned, grounded, receptive, because God does not speak to a restless spirit. He speaks to a ready one. He does not guide a hurried heart. He guides a surrendered one. He does not pour into a clenched soul. He pours into an open one. So in this moment, let your spirit become still enough to hear him, still enough to sense him, still enough to recognize his guidance when it whispers gently across the landscape of your thoughts. You are not entering December as the version of yourself that battled through last month. You are stepping in wiser. You are stepping in strengthened. You are stepping in spiritually matured by every challenge that tried to weary you. Lift your head for a moment and hear this truth clearly. This month will not overpower you, you will command it. This month will not drain you, you will navigate it with divine intelligence. This month will not confuse you, you will discern every step with clarity, because right now, the Holy Spirit is recalibrating your inner world. He is tuning your thoughts to his wisdom. He is tuning your emotions to his peace. He is tuning your decisions to his intention. The distractions that clouded your spirit are losing their influence. The pressures that pulled you off center are losing their voice. The subtle anxieties that lingered beneath the surface are dissolving as God breathes peace into you. Beloved, this is not the month to move carelessly. This is not the month to react impulsively. This is not the month to be spiritually dull or emotionally overwhelmed. This is the month to be aware, to be conscious, to be spiritually attuned. So, right here, I speak this over you with quiet authority. Your spirit is becoming aligned. Your heart is becoming steady. Your mind is becoming clear. Your atmosphere is becoming ordered. Your December is becoming intentional. You are not stepping into this month blindly. You are stepping in with spiritual maturity and divine awareness. Your spirit is now set. Your December has now been shifted. Beloved, as you step deeper into this month, I want you to become aware of something sacred. Your life is not unfolding randomly. Nothing about your December is accidental. Nothing you are entering is unplanned. You are not walking through the days of this month blindly. You are walking through a path that has already been touched by the hand of God. Divine alignment means heaven has gone ahead of you. It means the Spirit of God has already stepped into the moments you have not yet lived. It means every conversation, every opportunity, every shift, every open door, and every closed door has already been filtered through the wisdom of God. Your steps are being guided, your path is being shaped, and your month is being divinely orchestrated. Take a breath and let this truth settle in your spirit. You are aligned. Even when you did not feel aligned, even when life felt scattered, even when your emotions felt uncertain, even when last month looked nothing like you expected, you are more aligned than you realized, because divine alignment is not something you always see, it is something you often discover in hindsight. When God aligns you, he moves silently, he shifts quietly, he redirects subtly. Sometimes he removes people before you understand why. Sometimes he closes doors before you realize they were traps. Sometimes he slows you down not to punish you, but to protect you. Sometimes he delays something not because you are unworthy of it, but because he is preparing you to sustain what he is sending. Alignment is a spiritual architecture, a divine blueprint, a heavenly map of your destiny. And right now, heaven is rearranging the pieces of your life so that everything in your December synchronizes with God's intention for you. He is not simply blessing you, he is positioning you. He is not merely guiding you, he is governing your footsteps. This month, I want you to imagine God as a master architect, going before you, clearing paths you have not yet walked, straightening crooked places you have not yet reached, and setting things in order before you arrive. Nothing about December is catching God by surprise. Long before your first sunrise this month, God walked through every day and filled each one with the grace you would need to handle it. That is divine alignment. It means that as you move, heaven moves with you. As you step forward, angels accompany you. As you make decisions, the Holy Spirit whispers direction. As you face uncertainty, God reveals clarity. As you encounter challenges, grace rises to meet you. As you walk into moments that feel unfamiliar, God's peace confirms you are exactly where I intended you to be. You are not lost. You are not late. You are not behind. You are aligned. Today, I want you to release the belief that your life is off course. Release the idea that you missed your moment. Release the fear that you made the wrong decisions. Release the anxiety that you are falling behind. Because when God aligns you, He weaves even the delays into destiny. Divine alignment means that your steps are being ordered, even when your emotions are overwhelmed. It means your path is being corrected, even when you feel stuck. It means your future is being shaped, even when your present feels uncomfortable. It means nothing in your life is wasted, not the pain, not the waiting, not the confusion, not the transition, not the silence. Where you thought things were falling apart, God was actually putting things in place. Where you felt stuck, God was stabilizing your foundation. Where you felt slowed down, God was strengthening your spirit. Where you felt ignored, God was shielding you from paths that were beneath your calling. Every pause was preparation. Every delay was development. Every disappointment was divine redirection. This is alignment. And alignment is not always gentle. Sometimes alignment feels like loss. Sometimes alignment feels like endings. Sometimes alignment feels like distance. Sometimes alignment feels like unanswered prayers. But hear me, alignment is always protection. God removes what cannot go with you. He subtracts what will sabotage you. He closes what would corrupt you. He separates you from what cannot carry your next level. There were people from last season who could not walk with you into December, and God removed them on purpose. There were opportunities that looked good but were not God, and He blocked them intentionally. There were connections that felt promising but weren't aligned with your destiny, and God allowed them to fade for your protection. Alignment is not about keeping everything. Alignment is about keeping only what is divine. This month, I want you to trust the doors that open and trust even more the doors that close. Trust who comes into your life and trust who leaves. Trust what accelerates and trust what slows. Trust what feels clear and trust what feels quiet. When you are aligned, even confusion is guided and even silence is instructional. And now, hear this. Divine alignment is already happening around you. You are stepping into prepared moments. You are being connected to the right people. You are being distanced from the wrong ones. You are being positioned for answered prayers. You are being strengthened for new assignments. You are being shifted into destiny. This month, your spirit will begin sensing alignment before you see it. You will feel unusual peace in the right direction and divine discomfort in the wrong one. You will feel clarity where God is leading you and heaviness in the places He is calling you away from. You will feel heaven's nudge guiding you into decisions that unlock your next season. Divine alignment sharpens your discernment. It trains your spirit to recognize God's voice. It reminds you that you are not walking into December alone. It teaches you to trust God's timing. It equips you to move with intention, wisdom, and spiritual awareness. So right now, over you, with authority, I decree, your steps are ordered. Your path is illuminated. Your heart is aligned. Your spirit is synchronized. Your December is divinely orchestrated. Nothing will pull you off course. Nothing will take you out of God's timing. Nothing will disrupt heaven's plan for your life. You are aligned. And because you are aligned, you cannot be denied. Beloved, before you move any deeper into this month, there is something essential your spirit must do. Release. Release the weight. Release the pressure. Release the residue of everything your heart carried silently through last month. Because you cannot enter December fully if parts of you are still living in November. This moment right now is holy. This is your moment to unclench your hands, soften your chest, breathe a little deeper, and let God gently lift what your soul was never designed to carry. Every burden you brought with you into this prayer, God is addressing it now. There are burdens we recognize easily. The stress, the anxiety, the financial pressure, the exhaustion, the emotional drain, the spiritual tiredness. And then there are the quiet burdens, the subtle ones, the ones we never say out loud. The disappointed expectations, the silent discouragement, the private tears, the internal battles, the conversations that hurt us more than we admit, the frustration of unanswered prayers, the confusion of closed doors, the fear that maybe we failed somewhere. These are the burdens that cling to us. These are the weights that hide in our spirit. These are the heaviness that God is addressing in this very moment. Take a breath, let it out slowly. Feel your shoulders loosen. Feel your internal pace slowing down. Because as you exhale, I want you to understand something deeply. Release is not weakness. Release is alignment. It is not giving up. It is giving it to God. It is not losing control. It is surrendering control to the one who carries the world. You were never meant to carry everything. You were never meant to solve everything. You were never meant to be strong every moment of every day. Even Jesus rested. Even the strongest spirits need a moment to exhale. Even warriors need a moment to set their armor down. This is your moment. Everything that felt heavy in November, God is lifting it. Everything that stressed your mind, God is calming it. Everything that drained your spirit, God is restoring it. Everything that your heart held quietly, God is tending to it with gentleness. There were things last month that wore you down emotionally. People who did not show up the way you expected them to. Challenges that felt unfair. Doors that closed without explanation. Moments that felt too heavy to carry alone. And yet here you are, still standing, still believing, still seeking God's presence, still opening your heart to Him. You may not realize it, but that in itself is evidence of God's grace resting on your life. And now hear this. You cannot be who God is calling you to be in December while carrying the emotional weight of November. The month has changed. Your spirit must shift with it. So let God begin to lift the heaviness layer by layer. The burden of trying to be strong for everyone, release it. The burden of carrying silent disappointments, release it. The burden of overthinking outcomes you cannot control, release it. The burden of rehearsing what you should have said or done differently, release it. The burden of waiting and wondering when things will shift, release it. As you release, something begins to happen inside you. Clarity rises. Peace returns, your breath deepens, your mind quiets, and your heart becomes steady again. This release is not forgetting, it is transforming. God does not erase your pain, He repurposes it. The pressure you felt becomes strength. The disappointment becomes wisdom. The tears become clarity. The waiting becomes maturity. The struggle becomes spiritual muscle. And right here, in this sacred moment, I speak over you. Every emotional residue from the past month is being lifted now. I sever the weight that has clung to your spirit. I command peace to settle in your mind. I release divine rest over your heart. There is a stillness coming upon you, a holy quietness, a gentle awareness that God is in the room with you, that heaven is handling the things that overwhelmed you. That you do not need to push or force or fight every battle alone. Beloved, you deserve to feel light again. You deserve to breathe without pressure. You deserve to enter this month with a peaceful mind and a steady spirit. You deserve to feel whole, balanced, restored. And God is doing that work in you right now. Let the past month fall off your shoulders. Let the emotional strain loosen its grip. Let the heaviness melt from your chest. You are not being emptied. You are being made ready. You are not losing anything. You are gaining room for what God is preparing. You are not falling apart. You are being aligned. This release is your doorway to renewed strength. It is your doorway to clarity. It is your doorway to favor. It is your doorway to December's blessings. Feel your breath deepening. Feel your heart softening. Feel your spirit opening. And hear this final truth. The burdens that tried to follow you into December cannot go where God is taking you. You are stepping into a lighter month, a clearer month, a calmer month, a divinely aligned month. Release, because God is filling you afresh. Beloved, as you step into this new month, I want you to understand something deep in your spirit. Favor is not something you chase. Favor is something that rests on you. It follows you. It covers you. It speaks for you. It opens doors for you before you even arrive. Supernatural favor is heaven leaning in your direction. It is God arranging things behind the scenes long before you ever step into the room. It is divine influence touching your name, your opportunities, your relationships, and your assignments, even in places you have never been. This month, you are not walking in ordinary favor. You are stepping into supernatural favor, the kind that does not make sense in the natural, the kind that accelerates what should have taken years, the kind that pulls you forward when circumstances try to hold you back. Take a breath. Let your spirit open, because God is clothing you with favor for December. Supernatural favor means you do not strive, you flow. You do not force, you follow God's leading. You do not beg, you receive. You do not fear missing opportunities, because the ones assigned to you cannot pass you. And hear this clearly. When God places favor on a person, no opposition can stop them. Not people, not timing, not circumstances, not enemies, not obstacles, not even your own past. You are stepping into a month where doors open, not because you knocked the hardest, but because God whispered your name. This is the month where you walk into rooms already prepared for you, where hearts soften toward you before you speak, where resources align themselves with what God called you to do. This is supernatural alignment meeting supernatural favor. Divine favor on your decisions means you will know what to choose with clarity. You will sense peace on the right path. Confusion will not rule your mind. Anxiety will not cloud your discernment. Delay will not derail your purpose. Every decision you make this month, big or small, will be met with God's wisdom and God's timing. And when favor rests on your decisions, even the smallest yes can unlock the greatest opportunity. Divine favor on your relationships means God is purifying your circle. He is guiding the right people toward you, people who support you, uplift you, understand you, and walk with you in purpose. And He is gently removing those who drain you, distract you, or detour you. In December, anyone not aligned with your next level will lose access, and anyone meant to walk with you will arrive without force. Supernatural favor also rests on your assignments, the responsibilities God has placed in your hands. What felt heavy before will feel lighter. What felt slow will accelerate. What felt blocked will open. What felt impossible will suddenly become possible. You will be able to accomplish more with less strain. You will see progress in areas that once frustrated you. You will receive help you didn't even know how to ask for. Because favor does not just bless, favor empowers. And now, with apostolic authority, I speak these words over you. I authorize divine access. I legislate supernatural favor over your December. I summon God-ordained opportunities into your path. I mandate that every door assigned to you opens without resistance. I declare favor on your name, favor on your work, favor on your steps. Feel the weight of that. Feel the authority of that. Feel heaven shifting around you as those decrees settle into your spirit. Supernatural favor also works in the unseen. It goes before you, prepares conversations, influences decisions, and aligns outcomes in your favor. This month, things will begin to fall into place without force. Phone calls will come unexpectedly. Opportunities will appear effortlessly. Support will show up without struggle. Bills will be paid in ways you didn't anticipate. Open doors will emerge where you once saw walls. Because favor is not natural, favor is supernatural. And hear this in your spirit. What is for you cannot be withheld from you. Not in December, not in any month, not in any season, not by any person. Favor makes what is yours find you. Favor makes what God promised reach you. Favor makes what heaven ordained locate you. And in this moment, your spirit is stepping into alignment with favor. Your mind is opening to possibility. Your heart is opening to God's timing. Your atmosphere is opening to divine acceleration. This is the month where your name is being mentioned in rooms you have never entered, where your work is being recognized by people you have never met, where your presence is being requested in places you never imagined, where heaven is endorsing your next level. This month, you will not chase, you will attract. You will not force, you will flow. You will not beg, you will be positioned. You will not fear. You will discern, you will not shrink. You will rise. And now I speak this over you as a final decree for this section. You are covered in favor, surrounded by favor, guided by favor, and carried by favor. Anywhere your foot steps this month, favor will arrive first. Beloved, as you move deeper into this month, God is not only aligning your steps, He is recalibrating your inner world. Because you cannot walk in divine alignment with a distracted mind. You cannot carry favor with a restless spirit. You cannot steward manifestation with emotional noise clouding your discernment. This is the moment where God gently reaches into the deeper parts of you and resets the places that became weary, scattered, stretched, and pulled thin. Not to shame you, not to expose you, but to restore you. Your mind is sacred to God. Your thoughts matter to Him. Your emotional stability matters to Him. Your internal peace matters to Him. And right now, the Holy Spirit is calling you to a deeper stillness, not the stillness of inactivity, but the stillness of clarity, the stillness where God's voice becomes unmistakably clear, the stillness where your spirit becomes sensitive again, the stillness where wisdom rises without force, the stillness where your discernment sharpens like a sword. Because the truth is this, you cannot hear God in hurry. You cannot sense His direction in internal chaos. You cannot move accurately when your spirit is tangled in yesterday's noise. So in this moment, let your inner world quiet down. Let your mind rest. Let your thoughts slow. Let your spirit breathe. There were things last month that cluttered your mind, worries, assumptions, emotional reactions, fears from old memories, overthinking that spiraled into exhaustion. But God is clearing the mental fog. He is lifting the confusion. He is silencing the unnecessary noise. He is removing the spiritual static. He is tuning your inner ear back to His frequency. This is recalibration. You are not emptying your mind, you are aligning it. You are not shutting down emotion, you are stabilizing it. You are not ignoring your thoughts, you are bringing them under divine clarity. As your spirit quiets, God begins to speak again. And when He speaks, you will know it. His voice is not loud, it is clear. His guidance is not forced, it is steady. His direction is not confusing. It brings peace. There is a peace that acts like confirmation. There is a peace that tells you yes, even before the answer arrives. There is a peace that settles in your chest like an anchor. That peace is coming to you now. Recalibrating your spirit means returning to spiritual sensitivity. You begin sensing when something is off before it unfolds. You feel inside when someone's presence is no longer aligned with your journey. You detect when a decision will create spiritual conflict before you make it. You recognize God's warning without needing a sign. Your spirit knows the voice of God, and this month, that voice will grow louder inside you. But recalibration also requires release. Release of the thoughts that drain you. Release of the fears that paralyze you. Release of the assumptions that distract you. Release of the doubts that whisper, "You're not enough." Beloved, you are enough. You always have been. Everything God has assigned to you for December is already placed within your capacity. You are not behind. You are not unprepared. You are not disqualified. You are ready, and your spirit knows it. Take a breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let your chest loosen. Let your inner world settle. Because now God begins to tune you. He is tuning your mind to wisdom. He is tuning your heart to peace. He is tuning your emotions to stability. He is tuning your spirit to discernment. When your mind is recalibrated, decisions become easier. When your spirit is recalibrated, clarity becomes natural. When your emotions are recalibrated, peace becomes your default posture. When your inner world is recalibrated, you move with grace instead of pressure. And hear this, recalibration is protection. It protects you from wrong people. It protects you from wrong paths. It protects you from internal sabotage. It protects you from emotional reactions that could cost you your peace. This month, you will feel God correcting your internal compass. You will wake up with clarity you didn't have before. You will respond differently to things that used to upset you. You will feel guided instead of confused. You will feel steady instead of scattered. You will feel anchored instead of anxious, because God is strengthening your inner world. Right now, I speak over you with spiritual authority. Your mind is coming into divine alignment. Your emotions are stabilizing under God's peace. Your spirit is being recalibrated to hear heaven clearly. Your discernment is sharpening. Your inner world is becoming calm, centered, and sound. Feel that. Let it settle. Let it reshape you from the inside out. As you move through December, you will not be easily shaken. You will not be emotionally overwhelmed. You will not be mentally exhausted. You will not be spiritually disconnected. Your reactions will be wise. Your decisions will be guided. Your atmosphere will be peaceful. Your spirit will be steady. This recalibration is your preparation. God is tuning you so that you can handle what He is releasing. He is preparing your inner world so you can receive your outer blessings. You are becoming spiritually sharp, mentally clear, emotionally grounded, internally aligned, heaven ready. December will not confuse you. You will move through it with divine intelligence. Your mind is clear. Your spirit is tuned. Your steps are aligned. Your December is prepared. Beloved, as you enter deeper into this sacred month, I want you to hear something clearly, something that will settle your spirit, strengthen your faith, and awaken a quiet expectation within you. This is the month where prayers begin to manifest. Not just prayers you prayed recently, but prayers you forgot you prayed, prayers you whispered through tears, prayers you carried silently in your heart, prayers you grew tired of hoping for, prayers you assumed heaven postponed. Every single one of them has been gathered by God. Prayer is not lost. Prayer is not ignored. Prayer is not forgotten. Prayer is not shelved. Prayer is not dismissed. Prayer accumulates. Prayer gathers. Prayer builds. Prayer ascends. Prayer waits for timing. And beloved, December is timing, holy timing, ripened timing, spiritually ripe timing, divinely appointed timing. This is the month where what was invisible begins to move, where what was silent begins to speak, where what was hidden begins to rise, where what was delayed begins to accelerate, where what was prepared begins to appear. You see, manifestation is not magic. Manifestation is the collision between faith, alignment, and God's timing. There were months where you prayed and saw nothing change, not because God ignored you, but because God was working behind the scenes, aligning what needed to align, shifting what needed to shift, removing what would hinder your promise, preparing what would sustain your blessing. He was not denying you. He was developing you. There were blessings you weren't ready to carry yet. There were doors you weren't strong enough to walk through yet. There were opportunities that would have crushed you if they came too soon. There were relationships that would have distracted you. There were plans you thought you wanted, but God knew they were too small for the version of you He was shaping. Delay was not rejection. It was protection. It was preparation. It was spiritual strengthening. It was divine maturation. But now, hear this, now you are ready. Not perfect, but aligned. Not flawless, but strengthened. Not unshaken, but wiser. Not empty, but spiritually equipped. This month, something is shifting in your favor. Manifestation begins subtly. A thought that brings clarity, a conversation that opens a new path, a moment of favor you weren't expecting, a door that opens without effort, a connection that arrives without striving, a solution that appears without anxiety. Small signs begin to show you that heaven has moved, and then manifestation begins to layer. Moment upon moment, confirmation upon confirmation, breakthrough upon breakthrough, alignment upon alignment. You begin to feel lighter. You begin to feel guided. You begin to feel expectant. You begin to feel that sense of divine orchestration, that holy awareness, that internal whisper, that gentle knowing that says, your prayers are coming into view. This is the month where God begins to reveal the why behind the wait, where the pieces come together, where clarity replaces confusion, where direction replaces hesitation, where answers begin to unfold. And hear this with your spirit, not just your ears. There is nothing you prayed in faith that God has ignored. There is nothing you sowed in tears that heaven has overlooked. There is nothing you believed for that God has abandoned. Your prayers are not lost, they are maturing. December is a month of spiritual ripening. What you prayed for in January, what you cried for in April, what you battled for in July, what you held on to in September, what you whispered in November. God is bringing into manifestation in December. This manifestation is not always loud, not always dramatic, not always instantly visible. Sometimes manifestation looks like unexpected peace, sometimes like sudden clarity, sometimes like the right opportunity at the perfect moment, sometimes like a phone call that changes everything, sometimes like a decision that feels God-led, sometimes like a supernatural acceleration you cannot explain. Manifestation is not always an event. Sometimes it is a process, a shift, a new awareness, a breakthrough that begins internally before it appears externally. And now, with prophetic authority, I decree every prayer aligned with God's will begins to manifest in your December. I activate divine timing over your life. I summon the answers heaven has prepared for you. I call forth visible evidence of what you have prayed in secret. I declare manifestation in finances, relationships, opportunities, clarity, restoration, and purpose. Beloved, hear this truth one more time. God did not say no. He said, not yet. And now heaven is saying now. Manifestation is meeting you. Favor is finding you. Breakthrough is coming toward you. Answers are unfolding. Paths are opening. Clarity is flowing. December is revealing what the previous season concealed. You are stepping into a month marked not by wishing, but by witnessing, not by hoping, but by receiving, not by waiting, but by walking into fulfillment. Your prayers are not just being heard, they are being manifested. Beloved, as we close this moment, I want you to let your spirit settle into a deep, holy peace. Because what God has begun in this prayer is not ending here. It is unfolding throughout your entire December. Take one more breath. Let it in gently. Let it out slowly. And hear this clearly. You are not stepping into this month alone. Heaven is walking with you. Angels are going before you. God's presence is surrounding you. And his hand is resting upon you. Every prayer you whispered, every burden you released, every alignment you received, every decree spoken over you is already working in the unseen realm. Your December is covered. Your path is guided. Your heart is strengthened. Your spirit is awakened. Your steps are ordered. So as you leave this moment, protect your peace. Guard your atmosphere. Stay sensitive to God's voice. And let gratitude keep your heart soft and open. Now lift your spirit one last time as I seal this over you. May peace go before you. May favor surround you. May clarity guide you. May strength uphold you. May grace empower you. May December unfold with undeniable evidence of God's hand on your life. And beloved, if this prayer aligned your spirit, if it brought clarity, peace, or confirmation, I want you to act in faith. Comment, I receive this December, like as your amen. Share as your ministry to someone who needs alignment. Subscribe as your commitment to walk this month in agreement. You're not just interacting, you're activating. You're spreading alignment. You're becoming a vessel of blessing. Walk into December with calm assurance. Walk with expectation. Walk with authority. Your month is blessed. Your journey is guided. Your season is sacred.